Thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Steve and I sell real estate here in Surrey, BC. And this is the last in a 4-part series looking at the current real estate market and statistics for the city of Surrey, broken down by asset class. So I saved the smallest asset class for last here, and that's condos. Today, we'll look at those broken down into the 4 major areas within the city of Surrey as defined by the Fraser Valley Real Estate Board as North Surrey, Surrey, South Surrey, White Rock. Unfortunately, we can't break out White Rock and Cloverdale. But really quick before I do, if you'd like to stay up to date on the market, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And I just wanted you to know that there is one little thing you can do to help me grow this channel and get this information out to more people, and that is to click the like button for the YouTube algorithm. So thank you for clicking that thumbs up. And if you own either an investment property or a condo here in Surrey, let me know which areas you own that property in. Or if you're watching this video because you want to buy a condo within the city of Surrey, let me know what your preferred neighborhood would be. With that out of the way, let's hop into the statistics provided by the amazing people at the Fraser Valley Real Estate Board. And as you can see here, we have apartments selected. North Surrey is the blue line. Surrey, the middle of Surrey, is the red line. South Surrey, White Rock is green. Cloverdale is orange. This is maxed out all the way to 2005. So I'm going to expand it so everything looks a little bit crazier and worse when the ups are ups and the downs are downs. And I'm going to move this within the last 3 years. Now, I'm under the belief, before even looking at these stats, that condos are doing the best. We're going to find out if that's indeed the case. Townhouses and like detached houses are getting decimated up to 20% in some areas. Townhouses are kicking around 15, maybe even as low as 10 in some spots. But the HPI here, let's see if it's any different. March, well, nah, I'm going to say in most places outside of South Surrey, the market actually peaked in April. So it's a later peak than both the townhouses and the detached houses did. North Surrey, let's say they peaked at 540. They are currently down 499. So you're talking a $40,000 reduction. We're not even at a 10% drop there yet. Surrey 625 down to 569. So significant, but Cloverdale seems to be taking the biggest brunt, as it has in all of the other asset classes, which is kind of crazy. Cloverdale 639 down to 564. Now, living in Cloverdale, I'm telling you, that's not necessarily 100% representative, because I'm seeing some properties sell for less, but other properties are still getting a pretty good buck. And then South Surrey and White Rock, 650, let's call it, only down to 620. So South Surrey, White Rock condos holding on. I mean, you're only down, let's call it $30,000 there, when everybody else is more than 20%. So they're only about 5% down or less. The one thing I like to focus on here is looking at where we are now, and I'm going to pick who's doing worse. It looks like Cloverdale is doing the absolute worst, which is a running theme over the last little bit. I'm biased. I'm not from Cloverdale. I live in Cloverdale and invest in Cloverdale. So let's go back and see 564. How far back in time do we need to go to get below that number on 564? Pretty close. November of last year. So strange that we're seeing the decrease. All of this year is already gone, right? We saw that in some of the other asset classes, not in all of them, not in the detached. But in Cloverdale, any gains that you've made this current year are currently gone. But look at this. South Surrey White Rock at 620, you're only back to February prices still. South Surrey White Rock seems to be the place that is holding on strong for condos. So that's interesting to see. We're going to hop into, everybody knows, if you watch the rest of these videos, how much I hate median and how much I hate average pricing, just because it's so bumpy, right? Like, yeah, are you going to believe that North Surrey went up? No, it was just the median price went up, or the middle sale went up. And then again, average, I don't really like it because, again, North Surrey, are we going to believe that they're actually going up in value? And then look at the big swings between South Surrey 800 670, 760, 679. Average is a stupid number, but if it proves good for the news to use, they will use it. Let's see the sales that are going on. Look at this. North Surrey, an insane amount of investors came into North Surrey, bought up all those Wally condos this spring and since about the beginning of 2021. Sales are down as we expect, but what I like to do with sales is I like to skim right out here and find out where are we really. North Surrey is down to 110. October 2019, 113, and that wasn't a great market. So we're still doing a lot better than where we were April of 2020. I'm going to say that's an exemption with lockdown. December 2018, less than half of what's currently selling. Let's go back to the doldrums, is that a word, of 2012, 2013, where North Surrey condos were selling at 34, multiple months, 31. Again, guys, that's right now 110. So not nearly as bad as people say. Cloverdale is obviously going to be on the bottom, much smaller sample set of condos. Not much selling in Cloverdale, so only 11 sales to get these numbers. But again, February 2015, 4, right? You still had a lot lower numbers back in the day. 2012, 2013, 2014, much more regular market than we've experienced over the last little bit. New listings, just like detached, look at how many new listings didn't come to the market in North Surrey compared to the previous month. Still relatively high compared to everybody else, but not a lot of new listings are coming to the market. And we're still a little bit higher than average, but just the drop off. So in order for the market to really, really tank really, really hard, we need those new listings to start shooting up and people want to get rid of properties. Active listings is the accumulative. This is actually telling. So there is an accumulation in North Surrey. And it is starting to creep up into those kind of January 2019, late 2018 bad market numbers. Not nearly as bad, as 2019, and obviously August 2020 was a bad time to live in a condo because nobody wanted to be stuffed up in a condo. But we're seeing the downturn, and again, nothing nearly as bad as trying to get out of the market in 2012 or 2013, 2014, 2015 in Surrey condos. That was a bad time for Surrey condos, if everybody remembers. Sales to actives, this is running again in each asset class. Cloverdale was running out of all product in every asset class. And that's what caused Cloverdale to spike and likely why we're seeing such a steep decline in Cloverdale right now. We are still running though. Like, look at this. South Surrey is still running at 33% consumption, which seems pretty high to me. But hey, that's, I guess, why their prices are holding up so well. But everybody else, like North Surrey, still 30% consumption. Not terrible at all compared to previous. Percentage of list price coming back down to normal. I'm going to assume, yeah, they're all falling back in line at about 98%, which is actually still really, really good historically, still above these previous numbers. And let's go back to 2015, where you saw random outlier months of like 10% of negotiation room. Absolute craziness. Price per square foot, probably the most relevant statistic for condos over top of townhouses. Definitely not relevant in detached homes at all. But price per square foot median still holding high. This is the crazy thing is we're not, I'm going to zoom this in just so everybody can see it. The price per square foot median has not come off a ton. South Surrey White Rock is 605, and we haven't seen those numbers since November, but you're not really seeing the downturn. And look at this, even though Cloverdale's doing so bad, their price per square foot is still holding. And in June, it was actually way, way up. So that tells me that they're probably selling a lot. The reason a lot of the prices are down, they're selling a lot more of the lower end product than the higher end product. And my favorite stat, which is days on market, to find out exactly where we are at. This is telling. Okay, so the median for Cloverdale Cloverdale condos, 22 days on the market in order to get that property sold. I'll switch this over to average because that might be a little bit better. Now we are sitting at North Surrey, still under 30 days, which is normal, guys. It's actually way better than normal. When I got in the business, it was 30 to 45 days for your property to sell. But look at these historical numbers. Everybody says, oh, look how bad the market is. It's so terrible. It's still terrible. Let's take the outlier here. In 2014 in Cloverdale, it took 188 days. It took over 6 months to get the average condo sold. We are not seeing bad numbers here at 3 or 4 weeks in comparison to where we were up until 2016 when we saw this crazy bull run. So there you go, and that concludes a 4-video series all about the real estate market here in Surrey by asset class in each of its 4 major areas as classified by the Fraser Valley Real Estate Board. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Please remember to subscribe and keep this community we're growing here growing just by clicking the like button. And remember, if you need specific advice about Surrey real estate or anywhere in the Fraser Valley, you can book a call with me right now down below in the description with just a few simple clicks at a time that works best for you. Thank you for watching. Thanks so much, and we'll see you in a couple of days.